It's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. We're back for another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music and entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. As you can see, we've got some some very interesting news here. In the little thumbnail, we've got Shyne coming out confirming that he, after all, did take the fall for Diddy. A lot of people already knew this. A lot of people already speculated it. I believe this was Shyne's story to begin with, but he's actually coming out today, speaking on it, standing 10 toes down on the fact that he lost 10 years of his life for defending and taking the rap for Diddy, right? So everybody said 2024 will be the year that all things are undone, all things come to the light, all will be revealed, and my goodness, the layers of the onion are peeling. All right, we've also got Gillie the Kid on the thumbnail there. He's talking about the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef and how he evaluates rap beef in 2024 versus how rap beef looked in previous generations. We've also got Jeezy on the thumbnail, where we're going to give an update on the Jeezy and Jeannie Mai situation with their custody battle, their ongoing divorce, and what that's going to look like for their future. We're going to get to all of that shortly, but we got to start with the biggest story first, which is Shyne confirming all of this information about Diddy. I'm going to give y'all a quick refresher just because it's what I do. But y'all know we've been talking about this Lil Rod case for months now, right? He came out, and within his lawsuit, trying to get his royalties, trying to get his money, now all of a sudden, he's come out airing out all the intimate details of Diddy's alleged RICO enterprise, right? And within that lawsuit, he claims that Diddy admitted to him that he was the one that pulled the trigger in 1999 at Club New York, right? And unfortunately, with him pulling the trigger, Miss Natania Reuben was hit, shot. We've talked about Miss Natania Reuben. Miss Natania Reuben has even come on my channel in my comments and confirmed, hey, that was me. You got my age wrong. And I've been telling this story for decades. You know what I'm saying? So she came through just to let her presence be known, and I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate her for giving me her clarifications by saying that she wasn't hit with fragments. She has fragments left in her skull. We talked shortly, probably like a week or two ago, about how she's willing to undergo a potentially brutal and tragic surgery in order to remove those fragments from her head and face so that she can actually prove what she's been saying for the last 2 decades. So there's a lot on the line with this whole Shyne situation. We're going to play the audio of Shyne saying his side of the story. He thought it was very interesting that Lil Rod came out and spoke about this. I thought it was very interesting that Shyne came out and spoke about this, especially since this nigga don't even live in the States no more. I thought he wouldn't be concerned with none of this shit as, a politician out there in Belize. But here we go. Let's get to it, y'all.
It opens wounds when you hear the victim saying that it was Diddy that shot her. That is what is the most remarkable. Oh, you didn't see that?
I saw it.
Okay. And that was triggered by a lawsuit from a producer that produced on the Love album, who is making accusations, and in those accusations he says that the gentleman confessed to the shooting. And that is what stands out to me the most, because I've done my best to put it behind me and to move forward, but it certainly reopens the wounds that I've been saying this all along. Everyone knew all along that I was the fall guy, but my political enemies and detractors tried to make me into this criminal, but everyone knew that I was a young kid that took the fall. Everyone knew that was the story. I'm just saying that I maintained my innocence all this time. I said I was defending myself. I didn't get into who did what, but the victim is telling you who did what. And I understand that there are other witnesses.
Is she accurate, sir?
I'm not going to get into that. but it does open wounds, and certainly I am relieved that people are saying what the truth is, that I did not shoot those people. I maintain that I never shoot nobody, that there were other guns there. I always said that. That has not changed. And that is the testimony that came out. Fragments were never removed, so there was never any forensic testing to say who it was. But the victims are vindicating me. Witnesses are vindicating me. But I have moved on. I'm not trying to relive that. And so I am appreciative of whatever contributions Diddy has made to help the people of Belize. I wish him well. I pray for him, and I pray for the alleged victims. And if it is true, may justice be served. If it is not, it's a tragedy, because a global icon would have been destroyed.
All right. So there's Shyne speaking, Shyne speaking, at least making the case like, hey, I told y'all what I had to say earlier. I've moved on with life. I've served my time. I've become a political pundit out here in Belize. His actual official position out there in Belize is the leader of the opposition in the Belize House of Representatives, and he is the leader of the Belize United Democratic Party, right? This is actually his home. You know what I'm saying? He was born in Belize, but he moved to Brooklyn as a child. So when we see him come out as a rapper in 1999, 2000, whatever, he had adapted to the American lifestyle out in New York, which was very rough. He had taken on the image and the lifestyle of a gangster, right? Prior to becoming a rapper. So when he came into the industry, that was what he was upholding. And he got put into a, I guess, gangster situation where him and Diddy were defending themselves against opposition in the club, right? But Shyne took the fall, went to jail. People say that they believe Shyne took some sort of hush money, got a re-up deal while he was in prison that allowed him to finish his sentencing with some financial resources. I don't know that to be true, but that's what some of the word is out there. And he speaks to the Lil Rod case with this whole trafficking, RICO operation, drugs, just a lot going on. You know what I mean? A lot of essay, a lot of too much to really talk about, right? In this moment, because then we would have to rehash all of the episodes. I've already spoken about it. But then he also speaks to Natania Reuben, who came out and they said that there was never any forensic data given because the fragments are actually in her person, in her skull. So it's gonna get deep, man. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. So much has yet to be revealed. But I never expected Shyne to come out and speak on this. This is a big fucking deal, man. Now, in other Diddy related news, I hate to play this audio, but it's relevant. We have DJ Academics.
Maybe it's natural, but
we have DJ Academics sitting down with Donald Trump Jr. Very unlikely pairing, if I must say so myself, but they sat down to talk about how Trump Jr.'s ex-wife was very close friends with Kim Porter and alleges that she always expressed how afraid she was of Diddy. He said it was a lot of weird shit that was always going on and she was in fear of something happening. Now, please keep in mind, I am not a Trump supporter. I am not a Trump Jr. supporter. I'm not even necessarily a DJ Academic supporter, although I have voiced positive things about him recently because I just said, for somebody to make it this far, be able to break two of the most popular, biggest records, diss records in hip-hop on the same day, be at the epicenter of this rap beef with all of the guys in the industry, for him to make it this far and have done so as being a very hated figure in hip-hop, allegedly, it's a salute. He definitely opened a lot of doors. He made it more palpable for people to become stars outside of just the scope of YouTube and Twitch streaming, to where common people know your name. So I may not agree with him on everything. I may not like everything he does and or says, but he's out here making major moves. So I didn't even expect him to ever sit down with anyone of this magnitude. So let's hear what Donald Trump Jr. has to say. We're gonna dig up in. We're gonna get at you, son. We gonna pull some skin up off you too, sir. But I'm gonna let you say your shit in the meantime, since you sat down and wanted to try to jump on somebody. And to be honest, get in your trampoline. Cause if Diddy did the shit that he allegedly did, that they, you know what I mean? If he did what they're alleging, then fuck it. Come on, come on. All right.
Parties. I was there.
Did you ever
right?
hear anything?
Not those parts. So not me directly, but it's my ex-wife actually she was a model in New York, and like she was really good friends with Kim Porter, who was Diddy's wife, the one who died at 47 from pneumonia, and I was like,
that's
and
what they
when
said.
that happened, she called me, and this was a couple of years ago now, maybe not even, a couple of years ago, and she called me like, something's up with that. I go, what do you mean? She's like, oh, dude, Kim used to tell me like. It was a bad, like, there's a lot of weird shit that I didn't even know that, like, but they were like, you know, they'd do photo shoots together or whatever. They were sort of friendly. Like, they'd hang out. Like, we'd see them out downtown, and, like, I'd hang out with her. Not so much with Diddy. I think it was already sort of over there, but, like, she was really afraid of him. And it.
Really?
Yeah. Like, this goes back years. And so, like, and she was having these conversations with my ex. I was like, I don't know what, like.
A lot of people believe that whatever happened there happened with the woman afterwards, which was Cassie. And supposedly.
No, like I said, like, you sort of don't think about these things until now. You go back and you're like, holy, like, I distinctly remember when Vanessa was like, calls me and was like, hey man, Kim Porter died. I go, what? Like, we saw her like a couple of weeks, whatever it was, you know, and she goes, yeah, man, she was sort of always in fear of something happening. And I was like, maybe it's natural, but like, not a lot of people die at 47 of pneumonia. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, wow. Especially people who, you know, obviously good shape.
There's a shit ton of rumors.
Again, and I'm actually not trying to fuel any kind of rumor, but I definitely, like, that's a conversation I had. Like, you know, someone who knew her well, you know, was like friend, like they text, like, was like, something. She was like, she's like, something. She did not believe that was just natural. I used to get invited to the cool person parties. I was there.
Did you ever
right?
hear anything?
Not those parties.
All right, so that's DT Jr. saying, at the bare minimum, his ex-wife showed some sort of fear, and that Kim Porter was also afraid of something, right? A lot of weird shit used to happen at those parties, allegedly. He didn't really go into grave detail, but I just think it's very interesting that now we're getting people coming out doing interviews, not only from the hip-hop world, not only from the music business, but now we have someone such as a Trump Jr. coming out and saying, hey, at the very least, I heard some shit, which, you know, this seems very Karen-ish to do, but again, if the nigga did it, I guess everything will be out shortly, all right? But now as for you, Mr. Donald Trump Jr., let's talk about your daddy, okay? Because I'm sure there's some people in this fucking world that were afraid of his bitch ass too, right? As a matter of fact, as of May 9th, 2023, the jury awarded Miss E. Jean Carroll, right, $5 million for being allegedly, or I won't even say allegedly, for being SA'd by your dad in the 90s, okay? This woman is 79 years old as of 2023 of the, you know what I'm saying? So she probably 80 as of now, you know what I mean? Unless her birthday ain't came up yet. And she was awarded $5 million for the wrongdoings of your father. I'm sure she was afraid as well. So let's be very careful about the dogpiling that we're doing here on One when your family name is not clean. You might want to fall back just a little bit, okay? because 9 people in a jury, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. We just gonna go off of that, you know what I mean? The jury deliberated for about 3 hours. It awarded Carol over $2 million on a battery claim and just under $3 million on defamation. She says, I filed this lawsuit against Trump to clear my name and to get my life back. Today, the world finally knows the truth. She held on that shit for 2 decades. Not to mention, your daddy came out and explicitly told the world the types of things he does when he grabs people by the... You understand what I'm saying? So we know for sure if Diddy did it, Daddy did it too, motherfucker. All right? So be very careful about your choice of words and how you playing this game, because you can't talk about the goose without taking a gander at the gander. All right? We're going to move on from that. Next up, we've got Gillie the Kid, or Gillie the King, as he would like to be called today, talking about Kendrick Lamar versus Drake and the ongoing battle and how he perceives this battle from an OG standpoint that actually sat back and watched hip-hop. And I want to play this because I agree with a lot of his points. Y'all saw me on my stream over the weekend where I was quoting lyrics from past beefs and like, yo, we haven't seen none of that yet, which is why I was at least commending Drake for what he put out there, because he actually went head on at all his competitors, unveiled shit, talked shit, got in the mud, right? If you're gonna play dirty, you might as well get in the mud. We're waiting on Kendrick. Fuck the big 3, you know what I mean? So here's what Gillie had to say, because clearly I'm not the only one that feels this way. And let's have at it, y'all.
I also think I'm with 3 people that are qualified to talk about what's happening right now. I'm seeing some people say, wow, so mature, J. Cole. I'm seeing some...
Mature. It was... Jay is a guy, great dude.
Respect.
It was a total move, bro. First of all, let's just be honest, bro. That's not no diss record. The big 3. It's just Big Me. If that's a diss record, that's corny. I'm just being the last time I checked, diss records went like this. First off, you in the click you claim. West Side, when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I your wife. We bust on bad boys for life.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, my
no Vaseline. You know what I mean?
You're a fan, a phony, a snake, a stand. I still whip you 36 in a karate class. You Tybo, trying to work it out, trying to get brolic. Ask me if I'm trying to kick knowledge. Those was diss records.
Yeah.
God damn it, Dwayne Carter, you kissed Stunner in his mouth. You Birdman daughter. That was diss records. Not no the big 3. It's just Big Me. What?
This is what you said. You were like, this is nothing.
It's not no diss record.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And then even J. Cole responds. Your first album was hot. Your second album wasn't. Your third album, they gassed it. Then what is we talking about, man? Diss records used to be like, you, buddy.
Yeah.
You can't with me. Or that's like to say, oh, we gonna go play one-on-one. We gonna talk to each other. We gonna play one-on-one, but we ain't really trying to win the game. No, I'm
just happy
you when
on
you
the same
get out
court
here.
as you.
And my aspect was it is, J. Cole could do what he want. Anybody could do what he want. But we had the chance to see hip hop at its highest level, take it back to the essence of what it was about without anybody getting shot.
Right, because
none of them was
not
gonna shoot each
nothing.
other. So
Right.
because I ain't gonna front, it's like a bandit. We have a big abandoned audience that was abandoned because they really ain't got too much to listen to except they listen to old stuff or whatever. But it's like it was time to show, lead by example of this how we just rapping. Ain't nobody gonna get shot, slapped, we ain't beefing, ain't nobody gonna get killed. It was time to show hip hop. But it's like we come to a place now that if you diss somebody based off of whatever it is, you're a hater. That's not hip hop. Everybody was going, back in the day, everybody went at each other. Even in the night, everybody had something going, no, I don't like him, I'm going at him, I'm going at him. So, you know, it was just like, damn, Jay.
But if you look at it right, we living in a friendly culture, man.
It is friendly.
If you look at the basketball players, man, them like each other, they be on the opposite teams, man.
Hanging out.
They be hanging out, man. What you doing after the game tonight?
Yeah, traveling with each
what
other.
You doing? You going to Charlie's? I'm gonna pull up. What? Doc and Bird was socking each other.
Dude, I tried to ask Doc about that recently, and he was still tight about it.
Right, because
decades later.
Yeah, no, he was mad.
They really was a real rivalry. Like, they wasn't playing no games. I'm trying to win.
Bird didn't give a who you was.
Right.
Everybody didn't care back then.
Now it's like everybody's friends.
All right. So that's Gillie and Wallow sitting down with Shaq and his podcast partner. Don't even know who that guy is, but you know, salute to them over there at the big podcast. And yeah, man, as a Kendrick fan, I definitely was supportive of the energy that he put in to that verse. I thought it was dope. I thought it's a solid verse. Definitely a solid moment for the culture. Definitely that is the warning shot. I know a lot of people keep talking about warning shots and who sent what. That's the warning shot, right? Because Drake and Cole made their record last year. A lot of people forgot about that record until they did their tour promotion and brought the record back. Then, once he saw them linking up to do the tour, all this stuff going on coming into this year, now we get motherfuck the big three, nigga, it's just big me. Like, letting niggas know, I heard that shit y'all said. I seen y'all niggas linking up. I'm seeing how the movement and the energy is going. I want y'all to know that I'm acknowledging, you know what I'm saying? I'm acknowledging your move, and I raise you one. That's a warning shot, right? That's y'all niggas playing on my intelligence like that wasn't what it was. All right, cool. What J. Cole did, some people said, oh, this is the warning shot. I said, how you send a warning shot to a warning shot? That's not how you do it. If a nigga shoot at you and he already done pierced your motherfucking body armor, and I know we rehashing some shit, I know J. Cole fans is like, bro, stop, please. No. You don't send warning shots after getting your goddamn body armor pierced. You gotta, you better start goddamn aiming at something. He sent shots back, apologized, said, bro, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said it. I'm out here. I'm out of my motherfucking jurisdiction. You know, this ain't the game I grew up to play. I'm out. Took his ball and went home. And there's nothing wrong with that as a grown man, right? But we're just going off the timeline and going off the history of hip-hop when it came to diss records, when it came to competition, when it came to lyrical supremacy going back and forth. We've never seen nothing happen like that in real time, right? Some people come back and say, well, please remember Jay-Z apologized to Nas for making Super ugly. He did. He said, I took it too far. I shouldn't have said I skeeted on your baby seat. He didn't say I apologized for the whole song. He said, I shouldn't have said that line. I took it too far. My mama made me come out. You know what I mean? On some Drake and Ross shit. Mama made him do it. What did Jay do on the very next album? OVA. Huh? The gloves is off. The love is done. Right? Still kept going at his ass. Is it Uchi Wally Wally or is it one Mike? Is it black girl lost a shorty owe you for ice? You know what I mean? So it's like, I apologize for that. I hit you with a low blow, all right? Ref said, hey, points deducted. Nigga said, all right, cool. My bad. That was too far. But I'm not leaving the ring. Right? So then Drake comes back, does his shit, goes at 20 niggas. I'm still gonna salute the fact that he went at 20 niggas. I don't give a fuck if nobody agrees with me on that shit. Right? Metro shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga done became one of the lines of the year. Drop it, give me 50, nigga. I need 50% from all you motherfuckers for all the help that I done gave y'all niggas over your career. None of y'all will have all of the fucking, you know what I mean? You can say whatever you want about Drake. I know they trying to go through the annals of history and pull up all his ghostwriting history, and the shit is questionable, especially, I'm gonna be honest, the Quentin Miller shit's not even the most egregious allegation on Drake's ghostwriting history if we gonna keep it all the way a buck. This OVO Hush shit, I didn't know that this shit was brewing in Reddit communities and all over the internet for years. This nigga OVO Hush, nigga wrote like 11 songs on Take Care or co-wrote or whatever the fuck. Came back and did damn near the same amount of shit on Nothing Was the Same. Then all of a sudden his name disappeared from the credits. I think that's weird. I think that's fishy. I think that's definitely worthy of tossing from the ocean on some tilapia shit. You know what I mean? But when he come out and say what he had to say, you could say, man, his ghostwriters did a great job. I'm listening to the record, man. I'm listening to the record. And we waiting on Kendrick. The ball is in his court. He needs to shoot it, right? You stood on your square and said what you had to say. You said you crash out like fuck rap. Yo, what the fuck is up, man? You know what I mean? Because you gonna make me go buy an OVO sweatshirt. And I don't want to have to do that. Man. Told y'all I like my hip hop beef served well done, but niggas just don't seem to want to get into it like that, man. Ross is ready. Ross is ready for another round. He said, bro, you either going to respond back or you're going to tell the kids this shit over with. It's dead. We talked about Joe Budden's theory about what's going on with all these guys. Rick Ross came out today and said that's big cap. That nigga don't own none of my catalog. Y'all keep reaching. He called it Minions Opinions. But that ain't gonna stop nobody from investigating. And if that shit comes out as true, we're gonna reveal that you was lying. And we're gonna have to play the funk flex for your ass. He lied! Know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to get into that because, of course, we've been keeping up with this beef saga, the battle saga, and all of that stuff thus far. So, all good. And last but not least, we're going to get into Jeezy and Jeannie Mai. Of course, we know that they've been going back and forth all year trying to figure out their future. Jeezy, I guess, allegedly surprised her with divorce papers. She never knew that was coming. They're now having a custody battle, trying to figure out who's going to have, the child. And it's played out as a mess in front of the people. So the latest update, it says it was announced earlier this week. It was announced that Jeezy was seeking primary custody of his 2-year-old daughter, Monaco, that he shares with Jeannie Mai. And according to court documents, he's changed his mind, but had good reason for this request. In his renewed motion, Jeezy clarifies that he wants joint custody. He goes on to say that he's only seen his daughter 8 times this year. We're now in April. Just imagine, when you really divvy that down, how many weeks have passed in 2024 so far. 8 times. The rapper says Jeannie's attempted to establish a visitation agreement, but Jeannie hasn't upheld her end and currently hasn't shared her legal address with him. So she's not sharing where she's currently staying, and she's been dragging her feet to make good on this agreement. They say Jeezy never imagined that he would have no idea where his minor child is or that his parenting time and contact with the party's minor child would be restricted by Jeannie. Documents also allege that an attempt was made by Jeezy to pick up his daughter just on April 2nd, earlier this month, during a scheduled visitation. He sent his caretaker to pick up the child. The caretaker claims that they sat outside for hours before realizing that Jeannie had taken all her belongings and vacated the home. Ain't that some shady shit? You got the driver like, man, Jeezy like, shit, I didn't even come myself. I sent somebody for the kid. Now we see that you done dipped out. Tiptoed out the back. So, furthermore, they say it was previously reported that Jeannie expressed concerns to the court about Jeezy's guns and keeping them away from the child, which I thought that was very interesting. I thought that was a very big black. You know what I mean? I hate to say that, but that sounded to me like a big black man claim. Like, he's a big black thug. He keeps guns lying around the house unsupervised. His whole house is just a fucking bunker for weaponry. Like, damn. Word? I mean, I don't know the nigga, but if you living like that, bro, you got bigger fish to fry than a baby. From there, it states Jeezy's gun ownership was never an issue before this divorce. Moreover, he is a parent who knows very well how to keep his firearms from and out of reach of their 2-year-old daughter. Jeezy says it's important to him that their child maintains a relationship with his oldest daughter. Jeannie has allegedly been giving him the runaround since November of last year. He's seeking joint custody. He's seeking joint legal and physical custody. Okay. So, wishing y'all all the best in this thing, this whole ordeal, man, because this shit getting kind of messy to me. They come out and make allegations on each other in these documents. They come back and renege on said allegations. You know, at the end of the day, I'm sure this child wants to see her dad. I mean, 8 times this year just because y'all can't get y'all shit worked out. We don't see any remnants of any sort of abuse or domestic issues. So what could really be at the root of this problem? Are you just mad that he didn't want to be with you anymore and you felt surprised? Because I'm quite sure y'all talked about the issues in your marriage as well. At some point, even if you felt like everything was on the up and up, like we're getting to a better place, you knew some shit was going on. And now, sounds like you're trying to weaponize custody of the child to me. That's just my perspective on it. Again, I don't know Jeezy as a man, as a person outside of rap music, but it's not like outside of the gun thing, which, let's be honest, man, just him owning guns. You didn't say that he had them all willy-nilly out in the house and he had guns sprawled out on the floor like a 5-year-old kid. You could trip over them bitches and shit just start, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that. So what could really be the issue? You set up a date for the child to be picked up and be taken to her father, and no call, no show, you on the go. The fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I understand why he made a prompt decision to be like, yo, I want my baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think of all this, man, because I feel like this is going to continue to play out throughout the remainder of the year. They're going to keep firing back shots. They're going to keep backtracking on those shots as well. This shit is... the Jeannie Mai and Jeezy situation is about as action-packed as the Kendrick and Drake shit, to be honest. Oh, man. Wishing y'all the best, and ultimately we wish the best for the child. The child does have the right and should have the right to know both parents, be with both parents as close to equally as you possibly can. The child shouldn't be withheld over personal issues if it doesn't endanger the child or endanger the mother of the child. That's my perspective on the situation. I'm sure some people out there will feel differently. But that's just how I see it from my vantage point, man. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates. And before I go, because I did forget, let me go ahead and pull up Lotto from Miss SJD and Sonia. All right, two very loyal insiders who I greatly appreciate. They always look out for the channel. They always look out for your boy. So I definitely want to make sure that y'all get y'all Lotto play before it's all said and done. Hate that I forgot about it all the way up to the end of the show, but better late than never. All right, so let's get this rocking for y'all, and then I'm gonna get up out of here, and I'll see y'all in a little bit for some more content. All right, let's go.
Ooh, ooh, yeah. But now done came up out the bottom. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Got fresh like I just hit the lotto. Ooh, ooh, yeah. They say money can't fix all your problems. Ooh, ooh, yeah. But I say throw it in my wallet. Ooh, ooh, yeah. But now done came up out the bottom. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Got fresh like I just hit the lotto. Ooh, ooh, yeah. They say money can't fix all your problems. What? Ooh, yeah. Well, I say throw it in my wallet.
Yeah, big shout out to SJD and Sonia one more again for everybody that has contributed to the J Nolan channel or the Inside the Industry show. I greatly appreciate it. All of the super chats, all of the cash apps, and the well wishes and positive reinforcement. I greatly appreciate it. Much love and respect. I will see y'all shortly because I'm coming right back with some more shit for y'all. So get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing for a little bit, but probably within the next hour or so, we coming right back. All right? Peace, y'all.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.